You can feel it, can't you? The old world is crumbling. The new one is whispering your name. This is not just a change in history, it's a change in destiny, and the future is waiting for you to shape it. Welcome to the Age of Aquarius. Let's build the new world together. Imagine standing at the very edge of history. Your toes dangling over the cliff, the winds of change howling around you. Because that's exactly where we are right now. Humanity is hurtling into the Age of Aquarius, faster, louder, and more profoundly than many realize. This isn't just another astrological era. It's a revolution, a soul-deep transformation that will demand more from each of us than we've ever given before. For centuries, we've been tethered to old systems of faith, of structure, of hierarchy, echoes of the Age of Pisces. But now, the tides are turning. The Age of Aquarius promises innovation, unity, and liberation. It holds the shimmering possibility of a world renewed. But it comes at a price, the unraveling of the familiar. And so the question falls into your hands. What does this new era mean for you? How will it reshape the very fabric of reality? It's time to find out. Forget what you've heard in pop songs or light magazine articles. The Age of Aquarius isn't a mystical buzzword. It's not a passing trend reserved for starry-eyed astrologers. No, this is a seismic shift in the energetic and cosmic blueprint that influences humanity itself. For the last 2 millennia, we've lived in the Age of Pisces, an era ruled by faith, by structured religion, by belief in external saviors. It was a time when we looked outward for meaning, surrendering ourselves to higher authorities, often without question. But now, as the celestial clock ticks forward, those old foundations are crumbling. Cracks are spreading across the old walls. The doors are swinging open, and through those doors, Aquarius is stepping in, wild, electric, untamed. Unlike Pisces, which thrives on belief, Aquarius demands knowledge. It's about awakening. It's about innovation. It's about liberation. This new age calls for humanity to recognize its interconnected nature, to break free from the tired dualities of us versus them, right versus wrong, saved versus damned. Aquarius invites us to awaken into a collective consciousness, a place where logic and intuition coexist, where unity triumphs over division. Let's pause for a moment. When you think about unity, not as a dream, but as a living, breathing way of life, what does it look like to you? Share it below. Let's weave together a vision bigger than any one of us. You might be wondering, is all this just symbolism? No, it's real, it's mechanical, it's cosmic. Astrological ages aren't made up, they're rooted in real celestial mechanics. Every 2,160 years or so, because of the Earth's slow axial wobble, precession, the position of the vernal equinox shifts to a new zodiac constellation. We are now leaving Pisces and stepping fully into Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, a symbol of mental clarity, communication, and unstoppable progress. And its ruling planet, Uranus, is the planet of sudden change and disruption. Sudden change, disruption, innovation. Does that sound familiar? Look around you. The rise of decentralization, explosive technological breakthroughs, collective movements growing across the globe. These aren't random events. They're the first thunderclaps of Aquarian energy taking root. The rigid hierarchies of the Piscean age, top-down control, elitist structures, are dissolving. In their place, grassroots efforts, collaboration, shared resources, new models of existence, and yet, this is only the beginning. Now I want you to imagine, if you had no limits, if you could reimagine society from scratch, What's the first thing you would change? Drop your answers. Your vision matters more now than ever. The price of awakening. The Age of Aquarius sounds beautiful, doesn't it? But let's be real. Transformation isn't a peaceful, easy ride into the sunset. It's messy. It's painful. It's radical. It's the butterfly thrashing inside the cocoon, desperate for freedom, even as the old body tears itself apart. This is where we are. The transformation isn't just happening in the stars. It's unfolding here, in our cities, in our homes, in our behaviors, in our very choices. Yes, it's exciting, but it's also terrifying. Because to step fully into the Age of Aquarius, we must willingly dismantle the systems, beliefs, and comforts that no longer serve humanity's growth. It means questioning what we once accepted blindly. It means releasing the need for external authorities to tell us who we are. It means embracing sovereignty, individually and collectively. Not everyone will be ready. Not everyone will want this. Many will cling desperately to the remnants of the Piscean era, to the systems of control, the black and white thinking, the old comfort of knowing exactly who was in charge. But those who hear the call, those who feel Aquarius humming in their blood, you will find growth, healing, and connection that transcend anything humanity has ever known. Here's a bold question. Are you willing to let go of what no longer serves you? Even if it's painful? Even if it means stepping into the unknown? If your heart says yes, even a whisper, you're already part of the revolution. The Age of Aquarius doesn't just call for external change. It demands something even more radical, an internal revolution. For centuries, humanity's spiritual journey was shaped by external dogma, rituals, sacred texts, faith in distant saviors. The Age of Pisces emphasized worshiping the divine out there, in temples, in churches, in figures of authority. But now, Aquarius flips the script. The divine is no longer something we seek outside ourselves. It's something we must find within. Pause with me for a second. Have you ever felt that quiet voice inside you? The one whispering that you're more powerful than you've been taught? If you have, you're not imagining it. That's the Aquarian spark awakening inside. This new age calls us to break free from the chains of external validation, to step off the well-worn path and onto the road less traveled. Self-exploration, meditation, mindfulness, shadow work, direct connection to the universal energy flowing through everything. These aren't trends, they're tools, essential tools for surviving and thriving in the Age of Aquarius. It's no accident that practices like yoga, self-reflection, breathwork, and personal development have exploded globally. They are the very instruments of awakening that the new era demands. We're moving beyond priests and temples. We're building inner temples instead, sacred spaces within ourselves where the divine speaks directly to us. Let me ask you, what daily ritual, big or small, reconnects you with your inner truth? Share it. You might inspire someone else to begin their journey. Here's the most profound truth of the Aquarian shift. Your personal healing is collective healing. Imagine humanity as a vast, ancient forest. Each of us, a single tree. When one tree thrives, when one soul grows stronger, lighter, more aligned, it nourishes the soil around it. It strengthens the entire forest. Every time you heal a wound, every time you release an old limiting belief, every time you choose compassion over fear, you're not just changing your own life. You're lifting the whole of humanity. So think about it. What if the greatest gift you could give the world was your own healing? Would you give yourself permission to start? But let's be real. It's not all light and love. The journey inward, the true spiritual revolution, means confronting the darkest corners of ourselves, the shadows we've buried, the fears we've silenced. Shadow work, the process of facing and integrating those hidden parts, becomes absolutely essential now. It's not about guilt. It's not about shame. It's about freedom. Only by bringing the darkness into the light can we step fully into who we're meant to be. Have you ever faced a part of yourself you didn't want to admit existed, and found surprising strength on the other side? If you feel called, share your insight. Someone reading your words might be braver because of you. As within, so without. The spiritual evolution we're undergoing individually is rippling outward into the world. Movements for equality, diversity, and collaboration aren't political trends. They're the external mirror of what's happening inside humanity. The old hierarchical systems, where a few controlled the many, are dying. And in their place, a new understanding rises. Every soul matters. Every voice matters. Every perspective matters. Unity isn't just a dream. It's becoming the foundation of how we live, breathe, and build. The rigid dualities of Pisces, us versus them, saved versus damned, are dissolving. In their place, Aquarius offers something radical: oneness through diversity. Imagine it, a world where our differences are celebrated, not feared. What would that feel like? What would that look like? Close your eyes for a moment and envision it. And if you feel inspired, describe your vision below. Redefining spirituality. The Age of Aquarius also challenges us to rethink what spirituality even means. No longer confined to dusty texts or ancient temples, spirituality now breathes in the everyday, in small acts of kindness, in moments of stillness, in the courage to live authentically, in the willingness to question everything you've been taught. It's not about believing harder. It's about living truer. Spirituality is no longer a destination. It's a process, a constant unfolding. The divine isn't waiting for you in some distant afterlife. The divine is already burning inside you, right here, right now. Quick check-in. What's one small sacred act you could weave into your everyday life starting today? Drop it below. You might spark a ripple that changes more than you know. The revolution within. Make no mistake. The journey won't be easy. The old energies, fear, division, resistance, will rise like ghosts from a dying era. They will try to pull you back into comfort and complacency. But those who answer the Aquarian call, those who dare to rise, will find liberation, purpose, and connection beyond anything humanity has ever dreamed. Because the revolution isn't happening out there. It's happening inside you. Every choice you make, every truth you speak, every fear you face, ripples outward into the collective. You are not powerless. You are not insignificant. You are the revolution. As humanity steps deeper into the Age of Aquarius, something extraordinary is happening. Something that for centuries seemed impossible. The boundaries between the scientific and the spiritual are dissolving. Mysticism and technology, intuition and logic, heart and mind, once seen as opposites, even enemies, now they are weaving together into a tapestry of understanding richer than anything we've known before. Think about it. Have you ever had a moment when science confirmed something your heart already knew to be true? If you have, welcome. You're already living the Aquarian dream. The Age of Aquarius invites us to see technology not as something cold or sterile, but as an extension of cosmic truth. Look around you. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, sustainable innovations once thought impossible. These aren't random miracles. They are echoes of Aquarian energy manifesting in the material world. Quantum physics, for example, shattered the old mechanistic view of reality. It revealed something spiritual traditions have whispered for millennia. Everything is connected. At the deepest level, we are all woven together. The invisible threads that unite atoms are the same threads that unite hearts. Pause here. If you could invent one technology to heal or uplift the world, what would it be? We'd love to hear your dream below. But let's be clear. The technology of the Aquarian age is a double-edged sword. Yes, it can bridge divides. It can foster collaboration. It can elevate humanity to astonishing new heights. But only if we wield it wisely. The digital revolution has already shown us both sides. The power to connect. The temptation to divide. The gift of knowledge, the shadow of manipulation. Aquarius demands intentionality. It challenges us to ask, is this tool serving humanity's higher good or enslaving it? Quick reflection. What technology today do you think holds the greatest promise and the greatest danger? Let's discuss in the comments. Your perspective could open someone's eyes. One of the most thrilling transformations of this era is the shift from hierarchy to decentralization. In the Piscean age, power was hoarded at the top. Governments, corporations, religious institutions. Now power is flowing outward into the hands of the many. Blockchain technology offers transparency and decentralization. Crowdsourcing platforms empower global collaboration. Open source initiatives invite everyone to contribute to collective progress. This isn't an accident. This is Aquarius in action. Innovation that serves not the few, but the all. Imagine a future where governments are participatory, where education is universally accessible, where creative genius is unchained from privilege. It's not a dream. It's a blueprint. And it's unfolding right now. What grassroots movement or innovation has inspired you lately? Let's celebrate the builders of the new world together. Drop your favorite projects below. But Aquarius doesn't just reshape our relationship with each other. It transforms our relationship with the earth itself. Gone are the days when nature was seen merely as a resource to be exploited. The rise of renewable energy, regenerative agriculture, eco-friendly cities, these aren't trends. They are the inevitable blossoming of a deeper truth. We are not separate from the earth. We are part of her. The survival of humanity is tied directly to the thriving of the planet. And so, Aquarius challenges us to align technological progress with ecological harmony, to innovate in ways that heal, not harm. Picture it. Cities alive with green roofs, solar fields, gardens growing between skyscrapers. What is one eco-innovation you would love to see in every city on Earth? Dream with us and share it below. And still, the fusion goes deeper. Brain-computer interfaces, virtual reality temples, biohacking. These innovations are beginning to blur the lines between matter and spirit, between technology and consciousness. Imagine meditating not only with your mind, but enhanced by gentle neural tech that deepens your awareness. Imagine virtual sanctuaries where seekers from around the world gather, across borders, beyond languages, to share wisdom and light. This is the sacred possibility of Aquarius. Technology not as distraction, but as amplification, an extension of our deepest values. If you could attend a virtual global gathering with people sharing spiritual insights, where would you want it to be hosted? A sacred mountain, an ancient city, a cosmic temple? Let's build a vision together. Yet Aquarius warns us. Technology is a tool, not a master. If we lose ourselves in the glitter of machines, if we forget compassion in our race for innovation, we risk falling into a new form of bondage. The key is balance. Always balance. Progress must serve purpose. Innovation must serve compassion. Technology must be the handmaiden of spirit, not the tyrant. Remember, the most powerful technology you'll ever possess is your own awakened consciousness. Use it wisely. Look around. The cracks are widening. The old structures, political, economic, educational, are trembling. And if you listen closely, you can hear it. The sound of something new being born beneath the rubble. The Age of Aquarius isn't just about personal growth. It's about a complete transformation of how humanity lives together. The world we have known, built on competition, hierarchy, and scarcity, is dying. A new world, rooted in equality, collaboration, and harmony with the earth, is waiting to be born. But it won't happen automatically. It will require every single one of us to step forward as co-creators. Take a breath here. If you could redesign society from scratch, what is the one value you would make its foundation? Comment it. Your voice matters more than you know. The Piscean age taught us to prioritize the self, often at the cost of the collective. Aquarius shifts the paradigm. It doesn't erase individuality. It celebrates it. But it reminds us that our individuality only thrives within the health of the whole. Imagine a society where success isn't measured by who has the most, but by how much good one has contributed. Imagine a world where collaboration, not competition, drives innovation. We rise by lifting each other. Already you can see it stirring. Grassroots movements flourishing. Communities pooling resources instead of hoarding them. Global efforts to address climate change, poverty, and injustice. These are not coincidences. They are the seeds of the new earth. Have you seen a grassroots project that embodies the spirit of Aquarius? Share it. Let's inspire each other. Governance, once a rigid top-down machine, is undergoing a slow but inevitable metamorphosis. Hierarchical power, where a few control the many, is increasingly being questioned. In its place, new models are emerging. Citizens' assemblies, direct democracies, decentralized decision-making platforms. In this new Aquarian society, leadership isn't about control. It's about empowerment. The voice of every soul matters, not just at election time, but every day. Imagine a world where your ideas and dreams aren't filtered through layers of bureaucracy, but where your voice shapes reality directly. This isn't a utopian fantasy. It's a blueprint for a participatory, transparent, just world, and it's already beginning. If you had the power to create one new law for a better world, what would it be? Share your wisdom. We're listening. Education, too, is undergoing a radical rebirth. Gone are the days when knowledge meant memorizing facts dictated by authorities. In the Aquarian age, education means cultivating curiosity, encouraging creativity, embracing lifelong learning. Imagine a world where children aren't taught to conform, but to explore their unique genius. A world where learning isn't a rigid staircase, but a vast garden of possibilities. Online learning platforms, open source knowledge, and alternative schools are just the first wave. A new educational renaissance is blooming. What do you wish you had learned in school that you had to discover later in life? Your answer might inspire a future curriculum. In the new world, wealth is no longer measured by material accumulation. It's measured by collective well-being. Resource-based economies are rising, systems that prioritize human needs and ecological balance over profit. Movements like the Venus Project offer glimpses into a future where resources are shared, where technology serves humanity, where abundance is nurtured, not hoarded. It's a future where progress is aligned with sustainability, not consumption at any cost. The Earth is not an endless mine. She is a living being, and Aquarius calls us to honor her as such. A future where wealth isn't counted in dollars, but in clean air, thriving communities, and shared wisdom. What would true wealth look like to you? Paint your vision below. Of course, not everyone welcomes the change. As the new world rises, the old world clings harder to its crumbling throne. Polarization intensifies, divisions flare, fear screams louder. This is not failure, this is birth. Tension is the pressure that creates the diamond. Friction is the fire that sparks transformation. The turbulence you see, politically, socially, environmentally, isn't a sign that Aquarius is failing. It's a sign that Aquarius is working. Every collapse is a clearing. Every breakdown is an opening. When you see chaos in the world, can you choose to see it as labor pains, not apocalypse? Your perspective shapes your power. And here lies the heart of it. The Aquarian dream is not sameness. It's unity through diversity. We are not meant to become identical. We are meant to become harmonious. Every race, every voice, every story. Together, we form a living symphony more beautiful than any solo could ever be. The Age of Aquarius invites us to celebrate our differences, to listen, to weave our colors together into something greater than the sum of its parts. What does unity without uniformity look like to you? Your ideas are building blocks for the new world. As thrilling as the vision of a new world may be, make no mistake, the path to the Age of Aquarius is not paved with comfort. It is paved with fire. Transformation, real transformation, is never polite. It is not easy. It demands everything. Before humanity can fully step into this luminous new era, we must pass through the crucible of our own fears, our own resistance, our own deeply buried shadows. What's one belief, one habit, one fear you know you'll need to release to step into your highest self? It starts with honesty. Share, if you dare. Humanity's deepest fear, change. Here's the truth. Humanity's greatest enemy is not darkness. It's comfort. For centuries, we have built civilizations on the sturdy foundations of the Piscean age. Hierarchies, external authorities, clear-cut dualities. Sure, they were flawed. Sure, they caused suffering. But they were familiar. Letting them go feels like stepping into a void. It feels like death. And, in a way, it is. It's the death of everything that no longer serves us. It's the death of the illusion that someone else will save us. It's the death of blind obedience and unconscious living. And many will resist it with everything they have. They will cling to the old ways. They will fight to preserve the systems that feel safe, even if they are crumbling. But the Age of Aquarius does not wait for permission. It demands evolution. What old system in your life, your society, do you know needs to die? Even if it's painful, speak it into the light. And so, the shadow rises. Both individually and collectively, we are being forced to confront everything we've buried. Our unresolved traumas, our suppressed emotions, our destructive patterns. On a larger scale, this means facing systemic inequality, environmental devastation, deep-rooted conflicts born of fear and mistrust. It is ugly. It is raw. It is absolutely necessary. Because what we refuse to confront will continue to control us. Only by bringing the shadow into the light, only by naming it, facing it, integrating it, can we step into true liberation. When was the last time you faced something inside you that terrified you and then chose to heal instead of hide? Honor your courage. Share if you feel called. Have you noticed it? The polarization around us is intensifying. Politics, culture, even spiritual communities, lines are being drawn sharper than ever. This is not random. This is not failure. This is exactly how transformation works. The old and the new are clashing, grinding against each other, creating sparks that will ignite the future. Aquarius doesn't seek to erase conflict. It teaches us to transcend it, to move beyond rigid binaries, to hold paradox, to find unity not through sameness but through understanding. The friction you see everywhere, that's not the end. It's the beginning. Challenge for your mind and heart. Can you hold compassion for someone whose beliefs are opposite yours, without losing your own truth? If you can, you're already living the Aquarian way. Every shadow we see out there mirrors something in here. The divisions in society, they reflect the divisions inside us. The fear of the future, it mirrors our fear of losing control. The resistance to change, it mirrors our clinging to old identities that no longer fit. The Age of Aquarius asks, demands, that we unravel these knots, one by one, thread by thread. It's not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming authentic. Self-inquiry time. What part of yourself are you ready to forgive, release, or reclaim as you move forward? Write it down. Own your healing. Growth. Through the fire. Yes, the challenges are overwhelming. Climate change, technological disruption, social upheaval. It's easy to feel small against such massive forces. It's tempting to retreat into apathy or cynicism. But Aquarius teaches a different truth. One choice matters. One voice matters. One light ignites many. Every act of healing, every choice for compassion, every refusal to return to old patterns ripple outward into the collective field. You are never powerless. You are never alone. Your courage contributes to humanity's awakening in ways you may never see, but that matter more than you can imagine. What will your ripple be? What truth? What gift? What light will you send into the collective ocean? We are waiting for you. The world needs you. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a world reborn. A world where innovation, equality, and unity aren't just lofty ideals. They are the very fabric of everyday life. This is not fantasy. This is the future waiting to be born through us. The Age of Aquarius is more than just an astrological phase. It's a cosmic turning point, a revolution of consciousness. And it asks, no, it dares us to rise into it. If you could paint one image of the future, one scene that symbolizes hope, what would it look like? Write it, dream it, share it. In the Aquarian future, individuality and collaboration are not enemies. They are dance partners. We will no longer be forced to choose between being true to ourselves or belonging to a group. Instead, individuality will be celebrated as an essential piece of the collective tapestry. Imagine communities where every culture, every voice, every gift is not just tolerated, but revered as a vital note in the symphony of humanity. Differences will not divide. They will amplify our collective brilliance. What strengths do you bring that the world needs? Even if the old world never knew how to value them, speak them proudly. You are needed. The scars humanity has left on the earth are deep, but the Age of Aquarius offers the chance for healing. In this new world, cities bloom with vertical gardens. Solar panels shimmer like rivers of light across rooftops. Communities thrive in harmony with nature, not in opposition to her. Renewable energy, regenerative agriculture, eco-conscious design. These are not niche projects. They become the standard. We no longer see nature as a resource to exploit, but as a sacred partner in our shared survival. What's one way you would reimagine your city or town to live in harmony with the earth? Let's fill the comments with visions of green and gold. In the Aquarian world, technology doesn't isolate us. It amplifies our humanity. Artificial intelligence helps us cure diseases. Quantum computing unlocks mysteries of the cosmos. Virtual spaces allow global gatherings of minds and hearts. Technology becomes not an escape from reality, but a deeper, more meaningful connection to it. Imagine VR sanctuaries where spiritual seekers from across the world gather in shared meditation. Imagine AI systems that empower rather than control. Imagine decentralized networks where knowledge flows freely, empowering every human being. This is the true destiny of innovation, to serve spirit, not replace it. Challenge. What is one way technology could deepen, rather than dull, our connection to each other? Your vision might light the way for someone else. Education transforms into a lifelong celebration of curiosity and wonder. No longer limited to memorizing standardized answers, students of all ages are encouraged to ask questions, explore passions, and weave science, art, and spirit into a unified way of knowing. Knowledge is no longer hoarded, it's shared. Education becomes a sacred right, open to all, guided by compassion, fueled by curiosity. Imagine learning environments where creativity is prized over conformity, where emotional intelligence is valued alongside logic, where every mind is seen as a unique universe waiting to be discovered. If you could design one subject every child in the world must study, what would it be? Plant the seeds of your dreams here. Governance. Power. Reimagined leadership no longer means dominion. It means stewardship. Governments transform from pyramids of power into circles of wisdom. Citizens participate directly. Transparency is non-negotiable. Accountability is the norm, not the exception. Imagine a world where the best ideas rise because they serve the highest good, not because they were shouted the loudest. Imagine decisions made not through fear, but through shared vision. This is not naive. This is necessary. And it's happening and one grassroots movement, one awakened soul, one courageous choice at a time. If you could change one thing about how your country is governed, big or small, what would it be? Speak it into being. The revolution of consciousness. At the very core of this new world lies a deeper shift, a revolution not of governments, not of borders, but of consciousness. Humanity stops chasing fulfillment outside itself. We turn inward, mindfulness, compassion, self-awareness. These become as vital to life as food and shelter. The stigma around mental health, emotional healing, and spiritual seeking dissolves. In their place rises a culture that prizes wholeness, authenticity, and continuous growth. What is one inner practice you could begin or deepen today to align with this vision? Your evolution fuels the collective awakening. A future worth fighting for the Aquarian vision isn't guaranteed. It's an invitation. It's not about waiting for someone else to build it. It's about realizing you are the builder. Every thought you choose, every action you take, every belief you challenge, they ripple outward, weaving the fabric of the future. You are not insignificant. You are essential. The future isn't happening to you. It's happening through you. And so, I ask you, what part of the new world will bear your fingerprint? Your contribution is not only welcome, it's needed. The winds of change are no longer coming. They are here. The Age of Aquarius has begun. It hums beneath your skin. It crackles in your dreams. It echoes in the deepest corners of your soul. It calls not for spectators, but for participants, for visionaries, for builders, for believers in a future brighter than anything we have ever known. And that call is meant for you. Pause here. Close your eyes. Can you feel it? The electric whisper in the air, asking if you're ready to remember who you truly are. The choice. Before us, we stand at a crossroads, individually and collectively. Two paths stretch out before us, one paved with fear, control, division, the crumbling remains of the old world, the other blazing with innovation, unity, and limitless human potential. No one will push you. No one will pull you. You must choose. Will you cling to the comfort of the known, even as it collapses, or will you step boldly into the unknown and co-create the world we've always dreamed of? Deep reflection. What belief, fear, or attachment would you need to release to fully step into the new era? Name it, honor it, set yourself free. A revolution begins within. The revolution of Aquarius doesn't start with governments. It doesn't start with billionaires. It doesn't even start with massive movements. It starts in the quiet rebellion of the soul. Every time you choose love over fear. Every time you choose curiosity over judgment. Every time you choose connection over isolation. You are building the new world. No act of healing, no whisper of hope, no spark of compassion is ever wasted. It all matters. One small but powerful question. What is one Aquarian act, big or small, you can take today to ripple change outward? Drop it below. Let's inspire each other. Together, we rise. You are not alone. Across the world, millions are awakening. Millions are remembering. Millions are rising. In every city, in every language, in every heart that dares to dream bigger than the boundaries they were taught. Together, we are a symphony. Together, we are a revolution. Together, we are the architects of a new dawn. Imagine, the year is 2050. You stand in a world of flourishing ecosystems, thriving communities, endless innovation. You look around, and you know, you helped build this. Wouldn't that be worth every challenge, every step, your invitation? If this vision speaks to your soul, if you feel the pulse of the Age of Aquarius stirring within you, then don't just walk away inspired. Walk away activated. Stay connected. Stay informed. Stay aligned. Join our movement by signing up for Insights Academy, where deeper truths, practical tools, and transformational community await. And as a gift for those ready to say yes, you'll receive the Kaiban Guide, a sacred roadmap to navigating the shift with clarity, courage, and wisdom. Click the link in the description below to begin your journey. The future is not something we passively enter. It's something we actively create. The future is calling. Will you answer? And if this story stirred something inside you, leave a comment. I hear the call. I am ready. I rise with the Age of Aquarius. Let's light up the world together.